Gensler, and I do want to congratulate you on finally appointing a permanent Inspector General yesterday. A little late coming, in my opinion, but in late February, I'm going to jump right in. In late February, Chairman McHenry, Senator Scott, and I sent you a request of documents and information on your climate disclosure rule. The fact is, other than a couple of emails that were private, you have produced only publicly available documents in response to that request. And I'm going to highlight a couple of those. You sent us a copy of the public comment file on the rule. You sent us a copy of the rule itself, twice. You sent a copy of your testimony the last time you appeared before this committee. You sent us a copy of your public calendar. You sent us copies of public speeches, testimony, and press releases from you and your fellow commissioners. You sent us a copy of a public FSOC report from 2021. And the most interesting and frankly dumbest example of this that we received to date is a copy of a letter that myself and Chairman McHenry sent you congratulating you as being confirmed as chair in 2021. I have that one in my file already. So frankly, it's insufficient and frankly unacceptable what has been going on. I think it's an embarrassment to you and to your team that you sent me a copy of the letter I sent you and then tried to call that responsive. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And further, your response letter to the chairman and myself, the SEC staff admitted that the proposed rule, quote, could increase costs, quote, close quote, related to energy prices under certain circumstances, but you provided no analysis, the actual information that we were looking for, not my letter to you congratulating you as becoming chair. We wanted the analysis on how the commission determined that. Did the SEC conduct an analysis of how this new climate disclosure regime could change energy prices before publishing the proposal?
Under the law, focus on the costs and benefits.
Did you produce an analysis? Did you conduct an analysis?
The analysis that we put out is in the proposal we put out last year about the economics with regard to issuing companies.
You did do an analysis, all right? Because it looks like it may have relied mostly on public comments to form your cost-benefit analysis.
I just want to make sure, for the record, we did an analysis with regard to the costs. It's technically the efficiency, competition, and capital formation analysis that we put, and it's out there in the public domain, and we've gotten feedback on that. We're not a climate regulator.
So, well, amen to that. I mean, we understand that. So did you rely on any internal economic data or assessment to inform your cost-benefit analysis? In other words, did you, the SEC, perform any of that cost-benefit analysis internally?
So the SEC looked at, I think, over 6,000 public registration
So that's a yes?
Statements. Yes, there's a lot of analysis, and that is summarized and put out to public comment.
All right, and I would like to see those documents provided immediately. You're willing to do that then?
I'm a firm believer in congressional oversight. I know that I'm not...
Okay, well, that was previously requested, and you sent me a copy of the letter that I sent to you congratulating you. So sounds like we now have an understanding that you're going to actually send us your analysis.
So I know that this...
Yes or no?
Well, I know that our staffs are working with...
We have a minute. Yes or no?
And I believe in congressional oversight, and I know
okay. All right, moving on. I'm taking that as a no. So the climate disclosure request, you like that. You responded to our FTX request solely with publicly available documents. To date, 213 pages of those publicly available documents have produced. And guess what? You didn't give us anything surrounding the charges filed against Sam Bankman-Fried. On April 12, Chair McHenry and I sent you a follow-up letter, and we're led to believe that the staff recommendation memo presented to the commission for a vote on charges against Sam Bankman-Fried exists. Is that true? Is there a memo from the staff recommending to the commission the charges that Sam Bankman-Fried was ultimately charged with?
Under standard practice, our commission receives action memos from the staff.
So it does exist?
We work on...
So it does exist. Okay, well, you haven't sent that to us. Your staff has frankly told us that it exists, yet you have not sent it.
When we conduct an investigation, we are obliged to keep investigative matters confidential.
So don't, hold on a second. Don't hide behind the DOJ, because then it sounds like I need to send letters to the DOJ and not to the SEC about the SEC charges. So we'll be following up with this after this. My time has expired.